Have you ever wanted to be a god? No, not like that. A god on the molecular level. Splice is a puzzle game where, according to Cypher Prime's website, you resequence, mutate, and splice your way through a unique puzzle experience. Good choice on the name, by the way, because Splice sounds way better than a game called Resequence or Mutate. The first thing that struck me was the presentation. In a word, gorgeous. But smooth, buttery, silky, and writing my name in a virgin snowfall in the Swiss Alps also come to mind. And the music makes me feel, I don't know, empty, alone, but in a good way. Kind of like this old Flash game I used to play called KOLM, which, I mean, if you've never played that, you need to pause this video and go take care of that right now. Now, one thing about this game that you'll probably notice right away, it's, how do you say, kind of ambiguous. Even after you get the basic mechanics down, meaning dragging a cell to a spot and making it do stuff, you'll probably still not understand why dragging certain cells to certain spots make particular things happen. There is an in-game tutorial, but following the feel of the rest of the game, even it's pretty vague. But through trial and error, you'll make it through the first few levels, slowly figuring out which splices form the Y shapes and which ones form the straight lines, and how you can use these placements to form the pattern to complete the level. And of course the tricky part is doing all this in the limited number of moves, or splices, that you're allotted per level. After a while, new cells that do new things are brought into the mix that keep things challenging. I actually kind of enjoyed the lack of instruction. It was almost as if part of the puzzle is to try and figure out what the puzzle even is, and then you can get to work on solving it. While it becomes easier to visualize what needs to be done after a while, the game certainly never gets easy. From what I found through research, it seems that some of the puzzles have more than one solution, but if you solve it in the unintended way, the puzzle will not count as solved and you won't finish the level. Maybe a future patch will change this if it hasn't already, if not for the obvious reason of unnecessary frustration for the player, but also having multiple solutions for a puzzle on occasion might make the game even more interesting. To sum it all up, if you're a fan of puzzle games, especially the more unique ones of recent years, you should give this game a shot. I would recommend picking up the iOS or Android version because the mechanics lend themselves to a touchscreen brilliantly.